What if I told you that woven into the fabric of Victorian society was an organisation so big that around 10% of the British public were members at its peak, and so influential that Queen Victoria herself was its patron? I'm not talking about some secret society or religious group, though it did have a close relationship with Britain's churches. I'm talking about the Band of Hope. Its memory has grown dim in the public imagination, but its effect on the era was profound. So what were they, and where did they go? To some extent, they were a victim of their own success. Let me explain. Despite the stoic, straight-laced reputation of the period, heavy drinking and compulsive alcohol use were rampant in Victorian Britain, a significant and legitimate social concern. This context gave birth to the Band of Hope, a non-profit group of mainly children and teens who rejected the harms and excesses they observed were associated with alcohol, pledging to follow a teetotal lifestyle into their adulthood. There was more to it than that, though. The band were a vibrant group, with a calendar full of social activities and creative outreach projects. They composed music, held fundraising sales, wrote booklets, organised festivals and competitions, displayed slides in magic lantern shows, and even crowned pageant queens. By 1897, there were over 3 million members. Societal change must have felt inevitable, and to a degree, it was. In the early years of the 20th century, laws were passed restricting the sale of alcohol to minors and excluding them from drinking establishments. School curriculums also began to include material about the hazards of alcohol, thus partially taking over the work of the band. As statistics on alcohol misuse began to fall, the urgency of the band's message perhaps started to fade away. Then, much of the world was plunged into a state of total war twice. Understandably, the battle against liquor was deprioritized during those years. The Band of Hope would never rebound to its former scale, neither would it entirely wither away. In the latter part of the 20th century, it was rebranded as Hope UK, with its emphasis shifting towards illegal drugs and tobacco. A volunteer scheme was formed, and representatives of Hope visited schools, youth groups and churches to teach young people about the hard realities of psychoactive substances and helping them to make informed choices. The work of Hope goes on. If the contemporary prevalence of chemical dependency and drug-related harm troubles you, then please consider supporting the cause by donating, fundraising, becoming an educator, or remembering Hope UK in your prayers. As an easy first step, you could like, comment and subscribe to poke the YouTube algorithm for us. Thank you.